Yes, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey everybody.
How's it going?
Sandy the True Crime Cat is here too.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I am extremely grateful we have a 3-day weekend.
Oh gosh, me too. Well, and that we heard
early today.
Yeah, me too. And then we
court
didn't
started
start
late.
Yeah, really late, and we'll tell you why. But the biggest news is we heard the magical words today.
Yes, we did.
And with that, the state rests. Very end of the day.
I think they had a real good day too. They had a real good day.
Excellent day. And the defense had a terrible day. Good Lord. When was the last time either of these two tried a trial or defended a trial? Because they act like the use of technology is the most affronting thing that they have ever experienced.
It's like all they know is post boards, and if they don't know how to use those, if they don't get to use those, they're just fucked. I don't know, man. It was bad.
They are constantly mad about the presentations that the state is making. Every single trial is doing it this way. What are you talking about?
Right. This is just standard now.
And the judge is just like, oh my freaking God. But
I mean, in the opening, Jackie talked about not knowing what Skype was. So listen, they are basically chiseling their notes on rock tablets at this point. I don't even know. I mean, if you are that stupid with technology, you should probably just shut up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wild. But at any rate, court did start late today. And we had kind of had an indication yesterday they might start a little early. So we started the stream really early, as did everybody else, because it seemed like they were going to start early. Well, they didn't. They started really late, way later than they've started this entire time. And we were all like, what the hell? Well, here's what.
This judge is like right on it.
Here's what Joel from Surviving the Survivor podcast, who has been in the courtroom, said. Just heard court started late today because defense attorney Jackie Fulford accidentally took a sleeping pill. She had to walk it off. Bonkers. She was free falling. Yeah. She struggled all day.
Shit.
Yeah. Yes, Jackie also.
Pill with a double whiskey, or what the hell, lady? Like, what?
Yeah. And yes, Jojo, she also doesn't know much about airports, we learned today.
Oh my God. Where has this woman been all her life?
And or she's just doing the playing dumb so she can really educate the jury thing. But it was coming across as...
It's not working.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Not good. We also saw some pretty rude treatment of a couple of witnesses today, too.
By the other defense attorney.
By Josh, I was not impressed with that at all. But at any rate, overall, though, it was a solid day. We started with Sanford back on the stand, who is probably home in the fetal position now, crying out of sheer fatigue and exhaustion because...
He needed to get on a plane to Tahiti immediately and lay on a beach for 2 weeks.
To Vietnam? Is that what you said?
I said Tahiti, but yeah, right. Holy shit.
Insane. Yeah. So they talked about a lot of things. And I'm not going to go through all of them because we have a lot of video to share. But they talked about how Catherine did agree to help law enforcement after she was convicted, but she still lied her ass off for a long time. They talked about a lot of things, but the most important thing that they talked about, we think probably, is because some of it's very redundant. And we'll get to it later, but the big phone call, with her and Charlie. That well, you have to hear it. So I think we just do that first.
Well, we do. So it's only her and Charlie for about the first 30 seconds. Donna's on. This is the day after Charlie is convicted, and he's on the phone with his mama, crying about his situation, and the call drops on his end. And I don't know if Jackie just sat her phone down. I don't know, or not Jackie, Donna. I don't know what the hell she did, but that phone recorded the conversation going around in the Adelson house for 15 minutes. And it is damning as hell. And it recorded like on the jail telmate system.
Yep. This is one of the things that the defense fought really hard to keep out, because that is a violation of Donna's constitutional rights. And the judge is like, it's not.
No. She knew she was being recorded on that call.
And she never hung up her phone.
It's no one's fault but her own that she's this dumb. So I did clean up the audio. There's a transcript. It's a scrolling transcript like before too. She is talking to Harvey and these two friends of theirs who have come to help them out, because Wendy is like, new phone, who dis? She is not speaking to them. And they are preparing to flee the country. And they are discussing all of the things they're trying to get together to flee the country. So let's hear it.
Look, I have, I didn't say this to you before I picked up the phone, but there's a lot of things that we have to do, and we've got a very tight time frame. So one of them involves taking care of some things to Roman, taking care of some things to Steinberg, who's just been on the phone all day, and Susan was nice enough when I told her. She said, I'm going to gather everything up and I'm going to drive down. So she and Rick got here about, I don't know, 10 minutes before you called, so that she could work with us, because she got a couple of hours of work to take care of for Roman. So we're working on that, and
sorry to do that to you with the headphones, but a couple questions just to follow up on what she said so far. She says she's taking care of a couple things for Roman. Who's Roman?
Roman is the child of Charlie Adelson, young child.
And she mentioned Susan and Rick on there. Do you know who those people are?
They're close friends of theirs.
Okay. Sorry. Continue publishing.
just a lot, but you're going to be okay. You're going to get out of that stupid room. Once you do, you'll start to feel a little bit better. I know that. And when I have something that I do need to tell you, I'll speak to Dan. Okay?
Sorry, one more time. She mentions Dan here. Obviously not Dan Markell. Do you know who she's referencing?
Yes, ma'am.
What Dan is she referencing?
Dan Rashbaum, who was Charlie's attorney.
All right, thank you. Continue, please.
So, definitely I'll let you know what time to call him. Can you hear me, George? Shit. You can't hear me again, right? George? George, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm sorry, the fourth time that they cut the line each time. They pay for every minute, but they keep charging every time you reconnect. They say that doesn't happen. Listen, it's that he's in this room that. So the psychologist want to make sure he can kill himself. So the psychologist finally came. And he said to her, if you leave me here with myself, with no light, no nothing, I'm in a cement block, let me go back to the cell and see where I am. Please don't leave me here. And spoke to him a little bit, and she said, no, you're perfectly fine. I know that. I just have to go back and, I've got to do these reports I have to write. Once I get those written, and then submit them, and then get them approved, you'll be able to go back. So he was just going back like in an hour. But that should get that thing done, because I'll lose my mind with you. It's all spirit on the inside. The point you see is yourself. The lights never shut off, day or night. The fluorescent lights is on all night. He said, I just want to go back where I was. But this I know it's important. There's two people who could hear I'm in a box. But he's just, well, and we're sure to hold back and just keep getting disconnected. So I can't picture it. I'm not that strong. And I don't know how he, in the year ahead, his body and everything just slowly started to deteriorate. Oh, I feel like we had a great marriage. Happy, traveled, we looked good. I really not unhappy. And I wanted to just say goodbye. And it doesn't painful. It's so good sleep. We're born at a very property a couple months ago. We're good. I'm good. But what did you do this weekend? Because I had said something that made it feel like I had enough and nothing to watch. It's all never go well. I know what I need to do. Yeah, you know, something is wrong because the winter not here. She never once just come over. I need to change. And I'm sure probably bit more make sure so that down on the couch right there, I was sitting here, and she didn't say, this is a horrible night for all of us, Charlie and I thought it was like, it was all aggravated, but this is what it was. Just that there, I on the bigger exchange. I'm not doing that. I'm fine. The voice for night? Yes, it's something I should do. Now, I have to find I want to go to sleep and not see my son. I do. Perfectly honest, I do. And you want me to do it? We'll do it together. Leave a note of the when to come together. And we'll do it together. The boy. Look, that made a decision at some point. So after speaking to them this morning and hearing what they're thinking up there, I don't know if we'll make it happen, I really don't. But then said, you might, or you might do all of it, take to the airport, and that could happen. It could happen, I don't know, but it's worth a try. I don't know what to do. But I don't know what to do. And we have to live as the woman to that's what we were doing. What was it? How was it normally done? Well, stipulations is the who's in charge of we got to Donna Adelson and then the drawing with partner and the president and the trustee. It's on the trustee and the partner. Drawing with the other then the trustee by 30 just the baby would be watching. I was not going to take care of it. So, we made some effort to respond and so it was cold. Which was that I could sit here with you and say, would you do that? You can't because there we go. So, you told the guy, George? Well, I don't know how to get in touch with them. So I said, let me ask George. So I said, George, I can't get in touch with them. Well, she told me my lawyer is the her lawyer is the judge. And it was not about the case. I had said, he said, when I said, I just got over Charlie, he's worried about you. He wants to know what, oh, yes. We know you never asked anything about your brother, and she doesn't, and she told me it's a lawyer that she shouldn't have. But we found out it's not true, but we just got off the phone with him. And he had no attorney. No attorney said, I never told her that. Well, I never consulted that. No. So, I wrote this last night. We know you never asked anything about your brother. This is 8 o'clock last night. But we just got off the phone with him, and the first thing he asked was, how's Wendy holding up? I didn't have the heart to tell him that you never called up or asked about him. I just said, we weren't up to phone calls right now. Everyone wants to protect you. I bet you've got lots to think about. But then she didn't answer. But then I got another call from Charlie. And I said, just got off the phone with Charlie. He's worried about you. He wants to know why we didn't speak. I told him a lie. I said, we're only speaking with you and Jan right now. I couldn't bear to tell them the truth. Your sister never even called us, is the truth. So she said this morning, I thought she'd be racing over here last night. Dear Mom, I know you are upset by the verdict, but the anger directed at me is not justified. I don't know how much anger there is. Really don't. I'm not responsible in any way for Charlie's situation. I am not guilty because I did not do anything wrong, and I was not involved in any way with Danny's death, which she was. When I was interviewed by the police and testified in court, I told the truth, as I was required to do. I cannot control how the prosecutor used my statement to Charlie's trial. Again, I didn't say that. Also, as you know, my lawyer has advised me not to talk to my family or anyone else about this case. Now, about the case, which is true, he's never done it. I followed his advice despite your disagreements with this guidance. Please do not text me about this case anymore. Not about the case, is it? Not what I said. That's her brother. And then he wants, how are you, Wendy? How's my sister holding up? Yes. If you have anything further to say about the case, please go through our lawyers. Right now, I have to be singularly focused on taking care of the boys during this difficult time. So I wrote back, okay, we have no desire to speak with you about the case. I guess Dad and I are just shocked that you didn't think of coming to see us or even calling us. We are your parents. We are and have always been there for you and the boys. None of what we wrote matters about the case. That's over. I just want you to know how many times Charlie is asking about you. Not only do you not ask about us, but not one question about Charlie, right? We will need to give you some information shortly, and we need some business assistance. Please let us know if you can be of any help. I have a space here. I want you to propose. We're going to be gone. I want her to have all this information. I have the military property. I want her to see all that. I want her to have all these papers and the will. I want her to see all this. So please let us know if you can be of any help. The other thing is the visa, which she would know about. But no, I said we need some business assistance. Please let us know. If not, we'll try to find someone who can help us. This needs an immediate reply so I can start asking other people to help. And then she always gets nervous if we want to talk to her. So I wrote, don't get nervous. Again, nothing, in capital letters, nothing about the case. Just would like to show you some business stuff and personal things. If you can't do it, we must find someone who can. I hope you understand that it has nothing to do with the case. There is no more case. And then I wrote, by the way, you said you have to focus on the boys, like you told them. So when I got George before, I said to him, because I was over there last night, I said, well, we asked Wendy, but it hasn't got any word from her, so did you tell the boys? And he said, he did. Now I know Ben was very close. He was writing to Charles over. So I said, how are they? Ben was very quiet. He didn't really talk much. It was making tiny spaces so we could have a home. There's no coming back. And so we did it in 10 minutes and he was in the bathroom. It was fine. He's a child. That's okay. I don't want to see them move the door on step. That's not my goal. I just want to know how it is. So that's what I said earlier to do it because it was technical stuff that I couldn't do on the computer and it just was, we were out of it. So I gave the computer tech to the person, so I said, can you help me with some computer stuff that I can't get done? And he was on some business calls, and so that he checked it just before I could meet at maybe 5:30, would that be good? I said, yes, but if I can get stuff done, let us know. We have the photos. We have to get them downloaded, and the other thing I don't understand, I'm not sure to help me with it, we've been looking it up over and over, because things change if there is extradition from Vietnam. Because we've looked at all the places, I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition. Who? Really? Maybe she knows that. Maybe she can look up the extradition issue before we go take their time. How long do we have? Well, now, from a lawyer. But if you mention it to Wendy, when are you going to tell somebody? We tell her beforehand. I need to tell you something as an attorney who doesn't talk. It has nothing to do with the case. It just has to do with Mom and I. And some decisions that we have to make. Yeah, I know you want to bring it up and show her where everything is. Because if it's a plane crash, no one's going to know where anything is or who belongs to what. So I would like her to come up here so she can see it. I don't think that's asking too much. She can live 3 hours away. Every time she says, can you do this? Can you come here? Can you do this? Everything. How many times do we have plans that I know is cancel Wendy needs us for this, Wendy needs us to babysit? So we've been really good nannies, and I guess our job is done. Because now we're going to older, they can go out with friends, they can do things on their own. So she doesn't need to have her friends on. Okay, pretty hurtful. That's one son that I speak with. I have one son that's supposed to be in jail. And my daughter, whom I love, is doing this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I said to my mother, please, God, I'm never going to curse. So they curse. And then I have to take care of it anymore. So. So I have to decide to shut off the sound because it doesn't stop. I'm sure you did. I would tell you if you need an address to put on the visa. What was that? Nobody knows where you are, but everybody subscribes to she must be herself. What are you saying? This one, hopefully, after I think, wait, with the crisis, or I'll have to go up. Yeah, yes. This one's
There you have it. I can't hear you, Katie.
I know. I just realized I was muted. What is this? Is this a call that didn't end? Sure is. Sure is. With some real interesting shit on it, guys.
Oh my God. First of all, what a drama queen.
Oh, yeah.
How about you make this all about yourself?
Mm-hmm. And you know why Wendy is such a brat? Because that's how you raised her.
Yeah. That's why
100%.
Charlie is such an asshole too.
Yes, that as well.
Well, and you want to implicate
And I don't
him
know
some
who
more?
raised Robert because he's great, but
He just got the hell away.
mm-hmm.
But like, you want to implicate the case. There is no case. The case is over. You're fucking fleeing the country and you're going to involve your daughter?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yep.
She could be in deep shit for helping you.
Yeah. They just can't stop.
Oops.
Cannot stop.
But there's the real Donna right there.
Mm-hmm.
That
is
showed
the
us
real Donna.
the real Donna.
So, one of the things that they got after they arrested Donna was her planner. And as you know, Donna kept very detailed notes in her planner. She had every single one of Dan Markel's trips that she ever knew of him taking detailed in a planner. Like, Donna, she was quite the historian for her family.
Well, an old school paper planner.
Yes, old paper planner. One of the things they found in her planner was Dan Markel's license plate number.
Yeah.
Why would she have that? That's a little weird.
Why would she have that? Yeah.
Why, indeed. Mm-hmm. Weird. So they finally finish up with Sanford, who is just ready to basically die. They have some back and forth with the defense. The defense was quite rude to him. And the male party, I think his name is Josh, right? The part of member of the defense. He was just kind of nasty to everybody today. Oh, no, that's not true. Jackie was also a part of that. But at any rate, Josh was rude to everyone. But we got through that.
And the defense was such a nothing burger that it was kind of a, did you see it with your eyes? Did you hear it with your ears? Kind of Lori Vallow cross-examination.
Yep.
Which is real shitty considering Jackie's an actual attorney.
Right. Well, and it's also a real affront to, they're acting like, and I've seen this happen before. We saw this with John Pryor until it was just comical, but being absolutely offended that law enforcement did their job. You know? Yes. Offended that Donna got arrested, and offended that she got arrested at the airport, and offended that they waited until after she had gone through the turnstile and was headed like onto the plane before they stopped her and arrested her. Mad about that. Mad that they took her phone, and they didn't show the arrest video, which
they didn't. Which honestly,
they could have seen her being a real sour to the police, but
yeah.
At any rate, and she kind of tried to refuse to give them her phone, and they had to kind of physically take it from her. And they made it out as though, they'd wrestled this old lady to the ground, He was like, oh, no, I was super gentle with her, but I did take her phone, It was like,
Right. Well, and we've seen the video. Like,
mm-hmm.
they weren't mean to her.
Oh, no, and she's bitching him out the whole time that she's pulling off all of her expensive jewelry and handing it to Harvey. And
This is my husband. He's 80 years old.
how's he going to get home? Yeah, like, Harvey was just fine. I also wish they had at least shown some of it. Yeah. So anyway, it was like 2.5 hours long, so I'm glad they didn't show it all. But at any rate, so it was just kind of a lot of that. Yeah, they're just doing the same thing like Jess said. They don't really have a defense, so they're just trying to poke some holes, but they're just falling flat. So then it's time for lunch, and they do something that is pretty curious. They release the jury, and then the judge swears Donna in and makes her swear in court that she is okay with the defense's plan of action for the cross-examinations that are coming up this afternoon.
I've never seen that before.
I mean, I'm sure it's appeal-proofing the case in some way, but that was weird. That was weird. But he said he wanted to make sure she understood how her lawyer's cross-examination fits into the defense plan. So
it was something.
It was something. Yep. So then after lunch, we have a couple of inmates on the stand. These are two women who were in jail with Donna and with Katie, interestingly, not at the same time, but it was very interesting. And I think it's, you got to watch these to just get the full breadth of what a complete asshole Donna is, if you didn't already know.
Yeah.
So let's go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Will you tell us your name and spell it for the court reporter, please?
Patricia Bird.
Thank you.
P-A-T-R-I-C-I-A, Bird, B-Y-R-D.
And are you in custody at Leon County Jail?
Yes,
Are you in custody for violating your probation on a felony case?
yes,
And is it your understanding that for that felony case, if you were convicted as charged, that you could receive up to 15 years in prison for that felony?
yes,
And is that felony that you're in custody for, is that the only felony that you've been convicted of?
yes. I have a pending case.
Thank you. So do you also have another pending case
Yes,
that you haven't been convicted of yet, but it is still pending?
yes,
And that pending case, is that case in Wakulla County?
yes,
For that case, if you're convicted as charged in that case, could you receive up to 5 years in prison for that case?
yes,
Okay. And the one that you're in custody on from Leon County is the only felony you've been convicted of then?
yes.
Have you received any offer or promises in exchange for your testimony in this case?
No,
Were you in custody with Donna Adelson?
yes, I was.
For about how long?
Maybe about 6 or 7 months.
And was this at Leon County Jail?
Yes,
Were you and Donna Adelson in the same pod?
yes.
What does that mean?
We're in the same, it's a open pod, it's an open bay where a lot of bunk beds are together.
Okay, so a lot of women are in there together.
Yes,
Okay, so you sleep in the same room as some of these women.
yes.
And how close did you sleep to Donna Adelson?
Right next to her.
All right, and if you're in the same pod, do you have your meals together with the other women in the pod?
Yes,
Do you have like your downtime where you're watching TV or reading or writing, all those things together with the same women in the pod?
yes,
When you were in the same pod with Donna Adelson for those months, did you become friendly with her?
yes.
How often would you talk to her?
Every day, all day.
Who else was she close to in the pod?
Drina Bernard.
Okay, did she have a couple of other people she was close to as well?
Yes,
Were you and Drina the closest?
yes,
To her, I mean?
yes, ma'am.
Once you and Donna Adelson became close friends, did she ever talk to you about her pending case, this case?
She did.
When y'all would have those conversations, did you ever outright ask her whether she did what she's accused of?
I did.
And what did she say to that?
She said she did. It was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Okay, so she said she did do it, and she did it to keep her grandkids,
Yes,
but she didn't expect it to go this far.
yes.
Did Donna Adelson ever ask if you were ever in custody with a woman named Catherine Magbanwa?
Yes, she did.
And were you ever in custody with Catherine Magbanwa?
Yes,
Was that several years ago?
yes, ma'am.
And about how long were you in custody with Magbanwa for?
About a year or two.
Now, did you tell Donna Adelson that? Did you let her know that you had been in custody with Magbanwa?
Yes.
Since you had been in custody with Magbanwa, once Donna Adelson knew that, what did Donna Adelson want you to do?
She wanted me to say that Magbanwa told me when we killed him, I knew my boyfriend's parents had money.
Okay, so basically, she and some other people did this crime, and they did it because her boyfriend's parents had money.
Yes.
Who did she want you to tell that to?
She wanted me to tell it to whoever came up and asked me about it, and the investigators.
Okay. Did she offer you anything in exchange for you providing that information?
Yes,
What did she offer you?
a trailer and some land, and she would have her husband fix my teeth.
Okay. So, like, if you got out of custody, she'd help you buy a trailer and land,
Yes,
and that her husband could fix your teeth,
yes,
like veneers.
yes.
Now, was any of that true as far as did Magbanwa ever say those things to you?
No, she did not.
Did Donna Adelson give you other gifts while in custody?
Yes,
Like what?
she would buy canteen, and she would bring it over to my bed.
What's canteen?
Canteen is food that we buy off commissary,
Okay. It's kind of like chips and candy and other things that
and
you,
noodles and stuff like that.
okay. But it costs money to buy those things.
Yes,
Okay, but she would buy those or extra and she'd give it to you.
yes.
Now, did you ever speak to her attorneys or investigators who came to the jail to see what information that you had?
Yes,
Okay. Do you remember whether you spoke to a man or a woman?
it was a woman.
Did you tell them the information you told us today?
I did.
Did you tell them that that information that Magbanwa said was true or not true?
It was not true.
Okay, but that Donna Adelson wanted you to say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else did those people for the defense who came to see who may have information, who else did they speak to?
They spoke to Lindsay Knight and Brittany Purcell and Cassidy Conroy.
Did they speak to Drina Bernhardt?
Yes, they did.
Did you tell your attorney what was going on as far as Donna Adelson wanting you to provide this information that was not true?
I'm not sure if I told him.
I'm talking about your attorney.
My attorney?
Yeah, did you tell your attorney at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Once you told your attorney that, did an investigator from the state attorney's office come speak to you to get more information about what happened?
They did.
And did you tell him everything that you told us today?
I did.
Just a second.
A investigator, a woman. Was the woman white or black?
She was black.
Okay. Do you remember testifying in a hearing on this matter a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember saying that she was white?
Yes. I was confused.
You were confused by the question, or you were confused about the race of the investigator that you spoke with?
It was about the question.
Okay. And isn't it true that you also spoke with a male investigator last August?
Yes,
Okay. And that was about less than a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson?
and to the next part with Miss Adelson.
No, we're talking in originally. That was about a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson.
Yes,
Okay. And you spoke with that first investigator, the male.
yes,
Okay. And it's your testimony that at that point in time, Miss Adelson had already offered you money, land, and a trailer.
yes,
Okay. And you told that to that first investigator.
I did.
Okay. So on August, I believe it was August 30th of 2024, your testimony is that you told the first investigator, the man, about that offer.
I did.
Okay. Did you also tell him that the information that you were saying about Miss Magbanawa was false?
I did.
All of it?
I did.
Okay. Isn't it true that you've also testified that in fact Miss Magbanawa was manipulative?
I did.
Is that true?
It is.
Isn't that the pot calling the kettle manipulative? Catherine McMahon was manipulative. What about Donna Adelson? Holy shit.
Yes.
Now, you testified that my client admitted doing it and that it was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Correct.
Okay? Now, isn't it true that the only thing that she did was write checks to Miss Magbanawa?
I'm not sure.
Isn't that what she told you?
Not sure.
Haven't you previously said that Miss Adelson, my client, did not plan the murder?
Correct.
How many times did you meet with an investigator from any of the defense attorneys in this case?
Could you repeat the question?
How many times have you met with an investigator from any of the defense attorneys' offices?
Twice.
Remember previously testifying that someone from the defense attorney's office came 4 or 5 times.
No, I did not.
How many times did a female investigator come to speak with you?
Once.
Do you remember testifying previously that you said a female investigator came twice?
If I said that, then that's what it was.
Can I get a page on my number?
I don't have it.
Please show the witness the prior statement or testimony so she can explain, deny, or admit.
And we'll start with the female investigator, lines 16 through 18. May I approach the witness? Can you just read that to yourself, please? Did you say something differently when you first met with the representative of the state attorney's office?
I did.
Okay. So, when you first met with the state attorney's office representatives and Special Agent Sanford, when asked how many times the defense investigators come to see you, you said 4 or 5, correct?
Correct.
And then how many times did the female investigator come to speak to you? You said twice.
Correct.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Ms. Byrd, you've testified that you were incarcerated with my client for 6 to 7 months. How much of that time were you actually sleeping in the bed next to her?
Somewhere in between 3 to maybe 4 months.
The jail records reflect something differently. Would they be more accurate?
Could be.
Could be more accurate, or they
Yeah.
are?
They are, because we were.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Redirect examination.
Yes, sir. Will you finish what you were gonna say, please?
We were in 2 different pods together.
Okay. So did you sleep together, or I'm sorry, sleep in the same pod as her, sleep next to her in one pod and sleep further from her in another pod? What do you mean?
I slept next to her in one pod, and then we slept in the same section in another part of the jail.
Okay. So when you're sleeping in the same section from someone, are you still in the same room with them?
Yes,
Okay. Despite whether you were sleeping next to her or a few beds over from her, did you guys still have downtime each day in the pod together?
yes,
Okay. And did you talk most of the day, every day, for several months at a time?
on a regular basis.
All right. Regardless of how many times the defense sent investigators to talk to you, you did speak to them multiple times.
Yes,
And you also spoke to state attorney's office investigators, is that right?
yes,
And your own attorney?
yes,
And you've testified at a prior proceeding as well?
yes.
Okay. And did you ask Donna Adelson whether she wrote checks to Catherine McBanois, or did you ask her whether she did what they're accused her of doing?
I asked her if she did what they accused her of,
Okay. And she said yes.
and she said yes.
Thank you.
You may step down. Will this witness be recalled by either party?
No, sir, she can be released. Thank you.
Feds.
Potentially, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Byrd, you may be called again by the defense. Please call your next witness.
State calls Donna Bernhardt.
Please raise your right hand, Ms. Bernhardt. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You can adjust the microphone if you need to.
Now, please say your name and spell your name.
Drina Bernhardt, DrinaBernhardt.
Ms. Bernhardt, are you currently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and are you in currently on 2 different felony cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on the first case I want to ask you about is the VOP, or violation of probation case. Is that one of your open cases?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and then also a third-degree felony is also pending, punishable by up to an additional 5 years. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right? Okay. And are both of those cases totally unrelated to the murder case that we're here about in this courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I want to ask if you've been promised anything by myself or any member of my team in exchange for your testimony here today.
No, ma'am.
So any leniency or any help with your case, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Has anyone promised you anything?
No.
Okay. Is this your first stint in the Leon County Jail?
No, it's not.
Have you been in and out of jail quite a few times?
I have.
Okay. Do you have 27 prior convictions involving either felonies or crimes of dishonesty?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you recently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
And did you become friendly with her during the time that y'all were both in the jail together?
Yes.
How long were you together in the jail?
I can't remember exactly, maybe around 4 months.
All right, were you in the same pod that whole 4 months?
Yes.
And when you're in the pod together in jail, is it easier to become friendly than it is on the outside?
Yes.
Why is that?
We're together 24/7, so
All right, can you describe your friendship with Mrs. Adelson?
yes. Initially, it was very nice. She actually called me her jail daughter, and she and I got close. And how much more detail do you want?
Well, by close, did you talk to each other about personal things, like your
Yes.
life?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she paint pictures for you and write notes to you and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
And approach and show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 61. This is one of the pieces of art and letters that she wrote to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge asked to move into evidence State 61.
An objection.
There you are.
State 61 is noted.
Permission to publish.
You may.
So is this her initials down here?
Yes, ma'am.
And on the back, is that a little note to you?
Yes, it is.
Dear Drina, I hope your life will be filled with love, joy, and flowers. You deserve only the best because you are the best. Love, Donna. Is that what you wrote?
Yes.
And did you return this type of favor and make little art and things for her as well?
Probably, yes.
Did she ever talk to you about her grandchildren?
Yes, she did.
And did she tell you anything about the type of relationship that she had specifically with the children of the deceased in this case?
Yes, she said she was very close with them, and every now and then she would call them her children.
Okay, and
Her children.
I want to ask you about whether Mrs. Adelson, during the time that y'all were friendly, ever discussed her case with you.
Yes.
Okay, and was her bringing up her case something that she did a lot, or was it only one time?
It was often.
Okay, so it was something that she was
Doing a
talking
lot.
about daily.
Yes.
Okay, and was it a bunch of different aspects of her case she would talk about, or only one thing?
It was different aspects.
At some point, did you end up reaching out to law enforcement to report some of the things that she had been saying to you about her case?
Yes, I did.
And why did you do that?
Well, initially I did it for selfish reasons, but more that I spent time with Dawn, I realized that it was morally correct and I wanted to get justice for the Markel family.
Okay, so you felt it was the right thing to do, but you were also hoping to get something out of it.
Yes.
And what kind of thing were you hoping to get out of it?
Just help, lighter sentence, maybe rehab.
Okay, and are you still hoping that might be the outcome for you?
Maybe, but right now I'm more interested in justice for the Markel family.
When she was talking about her case, did she ever mention any concerns about the testimony of her son, Rob Adelson?
She did. She said she was extremely worried about his testimony.
Okay, so that was something that she brought up often or only
Yeah.
one time?
A few times.
Okay. Did she ever mention to you a state witness by the name of Catherine Magbanoa?
Yes.
And was Ms. Magbanoa somebody that was known to you?
Yes, I knew Miss Magbanwa from being locked up with her years before.
And how did she first bring up Magbanoa to you, or did you bring Magbanoa up to her?
I can't remember exactly how it was brought up. I just know that it was brought to her attention.
Brought to her attention that you knew Magbanoa?
Yeah.
Okay. And at some point, did the defendant try to recruit you to become a witness for her in this case?
Yes.
How did she first approach you about that?
She asked me if I would be willing to do it, and I said yes.
Okay. And was this topic discussed one time or more than one time?
More than once.
How many times can you estimate? A lot?
A lot, yes.
Okay. And what is it that she wanted you to testify about?
She wanted me to testify about numerous different things about Kay, mostly about Miss Magbanwa.
And Miss McBanois, you knew her by the nickname Kay?
Yes,
Okay. And so she had some things she wanted you to say about Kay.
correct.
At some point, did she prepare a script for you of exactly what she wanted you to testify to?
She did.
I'm going to approach and show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 62. Do you recognize State 62?
I do.
Is this the script that was prepared for you by Ms. Adelson?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, David Evans, State 62.
Objection.
Objection.
State 62 is admitted.
And publish.
Keep back.
Whose notebook is this?
That's mine.
And whose handwriting is this on this first page?
That's Donna's, Miss Anderson.
Okay, so she wrote this in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it you were supposed to do with this information?
I was supposed to study it and answer it correctly on the stand for her.
So this is what she wanted you to say in court.
Yes, ma'am.
So for example, how did you know Donna Adelson? You were supposed to say everyone knew her, she's been on the news. I've seen and heard about this on TV shows and read it in the newspaper over the years.
Correct.
Do you read the newspaper?
No.
Okay. Did you know much about her or her case prior to coming in contact with her in the Leon County Jail?
No, ma'am.
And what were you supposed to do with this physical script?
I was supposed to copy it down and give it back to her.
Okay, copy it into your own handwriting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you provide this item to my office?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it copied and returned to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do with it once you returned with the original to the Leon County Jail?
Return it to her.
I'm gonna go down a paragraph here. It says that you approached Mrs. Adelson and told her you had information about Kay that you wanted to give her. Is that true?
No.
This says that Kay told you that she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him. Did Kay ever tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. She asked him to give her the 1/3 of $1 million that he was going to pay his sister so that she could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law not to kill him. Did Kay ever say any of that to you?
No, ma'am.
And then over here continues, but she convinced him that the murderers think a woman is paying for this. They don't know Charlie. She told him she wouldn't tell her friends who he is. She can keep him safe. So she was, according to this story, extorting money out of Charlie, but he didn't know it. He thought she was his friend, but really she was his enemy. Is that the deal?
Yes, I suppose that's what it's supposed to be.
All right, and did Kay, Catherine McBanois, ever say any of that to you?
No.
Do you know Are you familiar at all with Charlie Adelson's trial or his trial testimony?
No,
There's a part on here that says, here, she laughed about how easy it was to extort, and extort is underlined. Did you underline that, or did Mrs. Adelson underline that?
I didn't underline it.
Okay. How easy it was to extort him for the money. He wouldn't have to take her out to a fancy dinner. She could buy plenty of fancy dinners with the $1/3 of $1 million. She said she fooled her baby daddy and she fooled Charlie. Sigfredo would do anything for her, and he did. All right, so again, sorry to keep asking the same question, but did Kay say any of this to you?
No.
Okay. Charlie was scared and easy to extort. What a stupid fool. He believed her that she was keeping him safe from the killers. Ha ha, what a joke. Is that the type of language that Catherine McDaniel would use?
No.
Do you know her well enough to tell this jury that she wouldn't say something like, you know, what a stupid fool, ha ha, what a joke?
Yeah, she wouldn't talk like that.
That's how an old lady talks, Donna.
Yeah. Mrs. Adelson wanted you to come in and tell this jury.
Yes, ma'am.
Did she give you anything or promise you anything in exchange for reciting this script?
While I was in jail, I received packages and phone calls, and I was promised things as well.
What type of packages?
Packages are in jail just like a bunch of basically gas station food, but it's exciting when you're in jail.
Okay, and what about phone calls? What do you mean by that?
Just the phone calls are very expensive from jail, so she would let me use her phone to call my mother and other people.
Okay, and you said she promised you other things in the future. What other types of things?
$10,000, a grand piano.
What else?
She promised me cameras, but
None of that came to fruition.
no.
Okay. And what about pills? Did she mention anything to you about pills?
Yes, that if I needed pills, that I could call a doctor named, I think Obed, I think that's his name.
Okay.
Yes.
And that person would write you some prescriptions?
Yes, ma'am.
And why would you be in need of prescription medication?
I'm a recovering drug addict.
Did she tell you
Real nice,
that
Donna.
if you were to be released, that you could make these phone calls, including this phone call to Dr. Obed?
Yes.
Okay, and how were you going to get these other items, like the $10,000?
The money would be through something called Zelle.
Okay, and who was going to send the money through Zelle?
Harvey.
That's her husband, Harvey Adelson?
Yes.
And how are you supposed to contact Harvey Adelson?
Through a phone app called Signal.
Okay, had you ever heard of the phone app Signal before?
No, ma'am.
Okay, one moment, please, Your Honor. No further questions at this time, Judge.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, just a moment.
I'll just stop it there so we can get to other stuff, because he's just a total dick to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you guys were wondering, who is Dr. Obed? Well, I'll tell you. This is Dr. Jerry Obed, or Jerome Obed. He's a dermatologist. He was Charlie's roommate at the time of the murder.
Oh.
And they were
didn't
signing
know
him
that.
up to provide narcotics to a drug addict in exchange for... Now, did Dr. Obed know anything about this? I hope not. But not
Well,
good
he
for him
comes-
today.
He comes up in those text messages later on in the day
Mm-hmm.
when Katie is asking for a prescription, and she asks Charlie, will you ask Jerry
Yep.
to prescribe me something? It was for a rash on her head, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, damn.
Yep. Yep. Charlie's friend. That's who they were volunteering for this.
What a reprehensible thing to offer
Yeah.
to a recovering drug addict who's been in and out of jail forever thanks to her addiction.
Yeah.
And she's offering her pills. My
Mhm.
God.
Shitty.
It's just so disgusting.
Yep. But that's the kind of stuff Donna was up to in jail. This is, she's just James Craig 2.0.
Right.
The only
These
thing.
two women are so vulnerable. They're both very vulnerable. And they knew Catherine McManus. So Donna targeted them.
Yep.
It's just gross. The first girl, just a sweet girl who's, not the swiftest.
Yep.
And, probably felt good to have somebody care about you and buy you commissary and stuff. But then, you realize, oh my God, she wants me to commit a felony. What the hell?
But does it also make you wonder if one of these women are the ones who was accused of, roughing up Donna and extorting her so that she had to buy him a snack pack every week?
Yes.
If after things went south with her, this is the shit she pulled on them?
Yeah, I'm sure
we don't know that, but yeah.
Because she clearly was the one offering.
Yeah.
Just gross.
Yeah. Yep. She was doing those things. And then suddenly she's in court, and someone touched my shoulder in the shower, and someone told me that I would be in big trouble if I didn't start providing them a weekly snack pack. Uh-huh. Yeah. Donna, you were running a crime ring out of jail.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, what a fucking dark heart
Mm-hmm.
to manipulate these two women.
Donna doesn't care about anybody but herself. Anybody.
No.
So after these two, we get a handwriting expert on the stand that verifies that yes, ma'am and sir, absolutely Donna wrote those things into the notebook. The defense tried to claim that Donna wrote those things, but that Drina was telling her what to write. But I think anyone with a half a brain cell realizes that that doesn't sound like what Drina would say or what Katie would say. That sounds like things that Donna would say. Yeah.
Right? Well, and why, how would Drina know about the financial offer that they were going to make to Dan and the third of $1,000,000 and all that stuff?
Yeah.
She wouldn't know those things. What the hell?
Yeah.
And her old person lingo. Yeah, totally.
For sure. I just felt so sorry for both of these women. Obviously, life has been real damn hard on both of them. Yeah, Drina, Sherry in the chat's pointing out there was a flyer for her as a missing person back in 2018. And that she looks like a completely different person back in 2018.
I'll bet.
The drugs have ruined her life.
Addiction is awful.
Yep. It's
This
just sad.
broke
It's all
my
sad.
heart.
Yep.
These two women, first of all, were very earnest. I think they're doing the best they can to tell the truth. I really do.
Yep. Yep. I think so too. Well, I feel like the more they got to know Donna, the more grossed out they got by the stuff she was saying and doing and starting to go, I don't know about this lady. Yeah.
Well, and expecting these total strangers to just risk further incarceration.
Yeah.
By lying for her. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Awful. And yeah, the defense, they were assholes to both of these ladies. It just sucked.
They were really unnecessarily so. Was clearly that defense attorney sees himself as much better than these two girls. And I'm just like,
I hope
you,
that,
dude.
Yeah, I hope the jury went, ew, really?
Because they weren't difficult and they weren't uncooperative. They were trying their best.
Yep.
And the girl that didn't remember exactly, like, she's in jail. I don't think you track things the same. And she's probably talked to multiple investigators about her own cases.
Exactly.
And these. And yeah, she's not going to get all these things exactly right. It does not mean that she's not telling the truth in this situation. I just didn't feel that way at all.
No. She was just a little confused, but I still think that the damage was done. with both of them, especially with Drina,
so.
though, because Drina was way more on top of things.
Mm-hmm.
And Drina reminded me of the girl from school who was really cute and funny, and you thought she was awesome, but also seemed to have a really tough life at home. You know what I mean? Like missed
Yes.
too much school, came to school sick, her shoes were worn out. You know what I mean? Like a girl
Yeah.
that a smart, good student. I think of specific girls I went to school with that remind me of Drina,
Yeah.
who
I know
things at
what you
home
mean.
were not okay, but they were trying
Yeah.
so freaking hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it just further illustrates exactly what Donna and her family do, which is they throw money at every problem and they think they can get away with and do whatever they want if they've got the money.
Yep. Well, that has worked out for them, obviously, for a very long
Mm-hmm.
time.
It has.
So once that's done, uh, we get Sergeant Corbett back on the stand. And this
Mhm.
is how the state is wrapping up. So I have 5 clips from Corbett. They're all pretty brief but important to kind of just really get just finish tying things together. I think they did a good job of it. So we'll start here. We're actually going back to the note because there's more of the note than we saw from Drina. So we get to see a little bit more of it now.
Overrule, the
Or the
witness may
notebook.
provide context concerning the admitted evidence.
What does it say that Kay said?
She said she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him.
Okay, and does that story sound familiar?
It does, yes.
And are you familiar with Charlie Adelson's testimony in his trial in October of 2023?
I am, yes.
Okay. The next sentence, does the next sentence say, she asked him to give her $350,000 he was going to pay so his sister could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law, not to kill him. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so according to this story and to Charlie Adelson's story at his trial, no one hired these hitmen to kill Dan Markell, right?
That's correct.
They just did it in their own in hopes of getting paid.
Correct.
All right, looking at the next page, is this the bottom part of the first page combined with the top part of the second page?
It is, yes.
Okay, looking at the next sentence, does it say, he threatened me that he was going to go to the police. I told him if he went to the police, these murderers would kill him. And if they don't get you, they'll kill your mom and dad, exclamation point. You should have seen his face, exclamation point. He turned white, exclamation point. He was scared shitless, in quotations.
Yes.
Okay, looking down at the next paragraph, does it say that she convinced him that the murderers think that a woman is paying for this? They don't know Charlie, and she told him she would tell her friends, she wouldn't tell her friends who he is, she can keep him safe. Is that right?
Yes.
So according to this, the men who killed Dan Markell are not the ones giving him the information the night of this murder. It's Catherine McVanois. Is that right?
Correct.
And was that consistent with what Charlie Adelson said in his testimony? He said that McVanois came over alone the night of the murder and told him that he was being extorted by some people she knew.
That's correct.
All right, looking down at the next section, does it say he opened his safe and gave her stacks of money? I'm sorry, can you go back up?
Yes. It does, yes. He opened his safe and gave her stacks of money.
And what does the rest of that paragraph say?
Then she told him he can pay her the rest in cash. She said he was giving her $3,000 every month. She laughed about how easy it was to extort him for the money. He wouldn't have to take her out for a fancy dinner. She could buy plenty of fancy dinners with $350,000.
Approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is their line. This is their story, really.
Hmm. But see, I really love this because this was Charlie's whole defense. And uh, the state's like, you know what? Let's shoot some big holes in that before you ever even have a chance to present it, if that's what you're trying to do too. And that's pretty much what they do with Corbett. One thing they do is they point out that all of the exchanges between Katie and Charlie are loving. And I mean, there's an occasional tiff, but overall, throughout this period and the next 2 years, when they stop talking is when Garcia gets arrested. There's no talk of extortion or anything
They're
like that.
friends.
And they're friends. Charlie's doing things for her. They're hanging out. She calls him the god parent to her kids. I mean, there's absolutely no indication that this thing has happened amongst them at all.
No. He doesn't
Donna
act
Adel-
afraid of her. Nothing.
No, nothing.
On November 13th of 2023, were we able to extract the data through a Cellbrite report?
We were, yes.
And from the phone in her possession, was there evidence that Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson were talking about Charlie's trial and verdict as it was happening?
Yes.
What date did Charlie Adelson's opening statements begin on October 24th of 2023?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be the first day of the trial when there was an opening statement and the state started calling their first witnesses. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and then what day did Charlie Adelson testify in his defense in that case?
November 2nd.
All right, and in this conversation between Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson, did Donna Adelson agree that Charlie Adelson's testimony about being extorted was the truth, that he was telling the truth?
She did, yes.
Okay, can we see that exchange?
Yes.
Now, right before this exchange, did Wendy Adelson send a prayer hands emoji?
Yes.
Okay, and then what was Donna Adelson's response to that?
That we shouldn't have to pray. He's telling the truth, protected his little sister for years, differs through this, and now what? Prayer hands.
And then does she clarify that she meant suffers, not differs?
Yes.
Okay, so what date was this text sent on?
Again, November 6th of 2023?
So this would have been about 4 days after Charlie Adelson's testimony,
Correct.
but before a verdict was rendered in the case.
That's correct.
It says that he's telling the truth, protected his little sister for years. Was Robert Adelson a witness in Charlie Adelson's trial? Was he called by either the state or the defense?
He was not.
Okay, so the only person that Wendy Adelson was a little sister of who testified in Charlie Adelson's trial was Charlie Adelson then.
That's correct.
And here she's saying he's telling the truth. Is that right?
Yes.
Was that the only time that she said that Charlie Adelson's defense was the truth during that trial?
It is not.
Okay, can you show us all the messages where she's letting people know that it's the truth? Okay, so she's sending these messages to different friends or family members saying, finally, the truth is out?
That is correct. All of these messages were sent in a relatively short time frame to various friends and associates.
Okay. Were there more messages than just this?
There were.
Okay, and so she's seeing if people are watching more about it being the truth, is that right?
Yes.
It says Dan just proved extortion. Was Dan Rashbaum Charlie Adelson's attorney at trial?
He was, yes.
Besides these things, I mean, what else did Donna Adelson say? Or did she say anything else to Wendy Adelson? Okay, thank you. Okay, here is she asking someone to watch opening because the truth is out.
That's correct.
All right. What else does Donna Adelson say to Wendy Adelson about this extortion defense?
She says that she's sorry this has been our life for so many years. It has been torture, but your lawyer didn't want you to know what happened. I think if you did, our relationship and your with Charlie would have been much different. I hope he knew what he was doing. Your testimony was crucial. Let's see what a jury does to him, and to the rest of us, you know I'm next, but that won't happen. I'll take care of that.
What date is that? Or
That
was
what?
that sent?
I'm
What
sorry.
date was that sent?
I mean, let's just pause on this because what? The hell? They were talking to Wendy's lawyer?
Yeah.
And
Why were
Wendy's
they
lawyer
talking
was
to Wendy's
deciding
lawyer?
what she was allowed to know? Is that what
Yeah.
you're getting from that? I mean,
Right. And why was Wendy's attorney speaking to her parents? Like, she's a full grown woman. What the hell?
yeah. But then also, I know I'm next, but that won't happen. I'll take care of that. What are you talking about, Donna?
Is that why Wendy came over to her house and said, "Look, if you're suicidal, I'm going to Baker Act you"? Was she concerned that
Mm-hmm.
her mother was going to kill herself? I mean, she did talk about it a little bit, but while
She
also
did, and there's
planning her
another text
escape to
that,
Vietnam.
right, there's another text that kind of gives you that too. But we'll keep going, but that one blew my mind.
November 1st of 23.
So she's saying she hasn't told Wendy about this extortion defense because Wendy's attorney didn't want her to.
Correct.
I'll never get over that.
Mm-mm.
Is this message, is it between Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson?
It is, yes.
Okay, can you read us the message from August 2nd here?
Charlie Adelson says, did you see in the paper where the state star witness that rented the hotel room is a convicted cocaine dealer? Maybe those guys were just up in Tallahassee buying drugs and just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe the coke dealer did it because Danny did not pay him for his drugs, just like he stiffed everyone else he did business with. This whole thing is just crazy.
What the hell?
So at this point in August, you said Garcia and Rivera, they had been.
So now Dan Markel is a drug dealer, or not a drug dealer, a drug addict. Got it.
Right.
Okay. Cool,
God,
cool.
these people are gross.
Mm-hmm.
Arrested for at least 2 months, right?
Yes.
And at this point, Charlie Adelson, according to Charlie Adelson, and according to him, he and his mother had been extorted for almost a year and a half as of a couple months ago.
That'd be correct.
In this message from Charlie Adelson, though, does it appear to spitball another theory of Dan Markel's murder besides the extortion, that they've supposedly been extorted for the last 2 years by the killers?
It does, yes.
And when law enforcement investigated, did the hitman actually hang out with a local cocaine dealer who the police interviewed, and he gave them information about the men he sold drugs to?
Yes.
Okay. And that was in the paper.
I'm sorry?
And they're talking about the fact that
He's the guy that helped them when Garcia shot the hole in the Prius and hit the fuel line. He's the guy that took him to the parts store to get the part to fix it.
Yeah.
They said it was a local drug dealer that they'd met the first time they were there. That's who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
that was in the paper.
Yes.
Okay. And that maybe that coke dealer's the guy that killed Danny.
Yes.
Maybe Danny was buying drugs from him, stiffed him, something like that.
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. What's next after this? After Donna Adelson says, I did not see that, which paper?
Charlie indicates that it was in the Tallahassee Democrat, and Donna that she has stopped reading everything.
And does she say, wow, exclamation point, I've stopped reading everything?
Yes.
Stop it.
Does she say, what are you talking about? You told me that they've been extorting us for 2 years.
Sustained.
Is there anything about extortion in these messages?
There is not.
No, because there wasn't. But okay.
Okay, can we see that message? Or maybe this, okay. She says there's a verdict. This is on November 6, 2023, is that correct?
That's correct.
Was a verdict delivered, meaning read out loud by the clerk or by the judge, sometime between 5 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. on that day, November 6th?
Yes.
Okay. When does Wendy send her next message?
At 5:27 p.m.?
So this would have been after the verdict was rendered?
Yes.
All right. And she says, I love you very much. Call if you feel like you can. Is that right?
Yes.
And how does Donna Adelson respond? Can you read that message?
Your brother protected you for years. Now you are not guilty. Your lawyer took very good care of you. You can bury me in the dress that I bought for Lincoln's bar mitzvah.
And was that sent at 5:31 p.m. on November 6th?
It was, yes.
So about 15 to 20 minutes after the verdict?
Yes.
What a bitch!
Yeah. Oh my God. What a drama queen.
Mm-hmm.
What a thing to say to Wendy. Well, and just the always guilting her. The always guilting her. Your brother protected you. Did he? Is that what he did? I don't know.
Right. I mean, that whole thing. But I think that's just a great snapshot of who Donna really is.
Right. It is.
Yeah.
Well, and bury me, and so I'm not going to live to see
Right.
his bat mitzvah. So just bury me in the dress I bought.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Gross.
And then
No
one
wonder
more
she
thing.
said, I'm going to Baker Act you if you're suicidal.
That's exactly why. Yeah.
Good
That's
for
exactly
Wendy.
why.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was there other evidence that showed that the Adelsons did not have plans of returning home anytime soon? What was found on her phone as far as her Amazon deliveries?
So there was a message to herself, kind of as a reminder, and this was on November 8th, to stop Amazon deliveries.
Okay, and was there a note left in their apartment to sell a belonging?
Yes.
Okay, does this indicate that this is who Wendy should call to get the paperwork so the gun can be sold if it is to be sold?
Yes, as it needs to be sold with the paperwork.
All right. What about, we've heard about Donna Adelson's planner. Was there some entries in the planner for the week after Charlie Adelson's trial that indicated they weren't planning to come home anytime soon? What's the first entry here?
So the first entry we see is sell and list jewelry, dishes, implants, comics.
Okay, and what date was that?
I'd have to go back to the top to see the date of that, which we actually don't have on the top of that.
Okay, I think we do have it in evidence, so.
Okay.
What number is that? Okay, so the first entry you're pointing out here, though, I'm sorry, if you could go back to the highlight.
Oops.
And so that was to sell jewelry, dishes, implants, and comics?
Yes.
All right, did they have a note about packing for Vietnam? Okay, was there also notes at the bottom about canceling disability insurance?
Yes.
Two, in fact.
Yes.
Was there a note for, I'm looking in the middle of the screen here, for Wendy to tell Dan regarding Vietnam, and he must tell Charlie on his private line? Is that right?
Yes.
Would Charlie Adelson have been in custody at that time?
Yes.
And if the Adelsons were to call Charlie Adelson and tell him they're going to Vietnam, would that call be recorded and available to law enforcement?
Yes.
If Dan, Charlie's attorney, calls Charlie to tell him that information, would that call be private and law enforcement cannot listen to that?
That's correct.
Okay, are there some more entries in this planner? Is there an entry regarding child support at the top? Okay. If they were paying child support for Charlie's child, does it show that they intended to pay, or they have a note about this child support through November 2025?
That's correct.
So they're making a note of that for the next 2 years in advance.
Correct.
Because at this point, we're in November of 2023.
Yes.
All right, and then looking down, we see that that note's on Saturday, November 18th. If this planner was collected by law enforcement in Miami on November 14th, would this have been like a note of a reminder to yourself in the future that you've made here on the 18th?
It could be, yes.
Okay. And is that reminder, tell Wendy, do October expenses for 3 properties and enter in computer?
Yes.
Okay. I asked you when the first entry was. We see the end of the week is Saturday, November 18th, so I think you can probably see what week we're on, but I'm going to show you what's marked as states. 59A. Looking at this first entry here that we saw of selling the jewelry, dishes, implants, and comics, what day was that?
That
planned
was Thursday, November 9th.
for? Okay, so that would have been 2 days after the visa chat and 3 days after the verdict?
Yes.
Were there text message on Donna Adelson's phone where she is trying to communicate her plans to Wendy Adelson?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go to those messages? Here in these messages, is she letting Wendy Adelson know they need to talk to her? It's not about the case. They need business assistance. They need to help her with personal things and business stuff. You know, please respond to them. Please talk to them.
Yes, that they need her to help them, yes.
Okay. What do we have next?
November
Does-
10th.
Does Donna Adelson, I'm sorry.
She provides 2 contact cards to Wendy, stating that you need to have this info.
And is one of those for an attorney and one that looks to be for a property, a condo in a certain tower?
Yes.
All right. Were there other messages to friends where she's trying to convey information?
Yes.
All right. Looking at this message on November 7th, is Donna Adelson saying to her friend Annie that she can't say why, but they, the Adelsons, may need you guys to come here, both of you. Wendy's not responding, and we have an issue that we cannot discuss over the phone. I know this sounds crazy, but I assure you it's not. I wish I could tell you more. Stand by. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, and then at the bottom, she says, Ron may have some work to do here.
Correct.
All right, what's next? Does Donna let her know that she's copying her on different emails and things? She'll explain everything. She's holding off talking to her.
Correct.
Okay. And then was there evidence in Donna Adelson's phone of why they chose Vietnam? Why Vietnam was chosen as where they were going to go?
There were searches related to extradition, which would have contained Vietnam as non-extradition.
Okay, can you show that to us? Okay, and when did she Google list of United States extradition treaties?
It would have been on November 7th.
Okay, so the day after Charlie Adelson's verdict?
Correct.
And the same day that she got she first started the chat for the emergency fast track visa?
Yes.
One second. No further questions, thank you.
Really blows that whole, claim in the defense's opening about how They were just going on vacation. They can go on vacation, you know.
This seemed
Were
like a lot more
they?
than vacation.
They had all these things that they wanted to have somebody sell, and they canceled all their Amazon orders, like their recurring orders. They canceled some insurance. They were doing all kinds of things that, you know, people who are going on vacation for a couple of weeks don't do.
Right. Right.
And I didn't include it, but there's a big part of her, the text back and forth between the person that she's trying to get her visas through, to fast track the visas, and she wants the 90-day visas, and she needs them immediately. It's an emergency, and that was the day after Charlie was convicted. Like, she knew she had to get the hell out of town right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Her excuse initially for the one-way trip was that to Vietnam was that she didn't want to be detained in a third world country.
What does that even mean?
Well, who even knows? Who even knows? Were they ever going to set foot back in the U.S.? No. No, they weren't.
I mean, it sure doesn't seem like it.
That was a lot of hard work to just get detained at the airport.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Right. What was the logic behind the fast track visa app? Yeah, good question. Well, she had initially said, we just needed to get out of town. This terrible thing has happened in our family. We need to get out of town and just rest and think and, yeah. Not get arrested.
Well, and she had Dan, the attorney, contact the Attorney General's office to ask if it was okay for them to travel.
Yeah.
And she was real mad because she was told, yes, it was. But that's because they got the warrant the day they were leaving.
Yep.
So at the time they checked,
it was okay.
there was no warrant. But that's because, it took a couple of days for that recorded phone call to filter to the investigators.
Yeah.
And once they got it, then they were on top of seeing what was up, and they have somewhere they can set an alert to see if someone's planning international travel. And discovered that these guys were going to Vietnam.
Yep. And she searched for non-extradition countries. I mean, come on.
Right. Like,
so then after that,
how many people vacation in a non-extradition country? Like, that's your priority?
Right. Well, these guys.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was it for the state. They rested at that point. They had a really strong day. So they'll be back on Tuesday morning, bright and early, and the defense is going to give it a go. I would imagine that we are in verdict watch by Thursday or Friday.
I think easily. I give the defense 2 days. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Right, Jeff. Exactly. He said Donna's lawyer was really arguing, it's uncool to arrest my client when she's fleeing the country because you should have done it before she got to the airport. Rude. Oh, totally.
Right? The defense attorney.
Acting like they were just so mean to her. That was really terrible what they did.
Yeah. Why did you arrest her where you did? So lots of people would see it happen. He's like, it was an airport. And they actually waited till they came through the ticketing booth, the turnstile kind of place, to pull them aside because they were in line with a gazillion other people and they were trying to wait till they could get them away from the other people.
So it was a day. So that's everything that happened in a nutshell. I mean, there was a lot more, but condensing down an 8-9 hour day of court into an hour, or well, we've gone way over tonight from what our typical plan is. It's just the best you can do. So that's what's going to happen. Now, listen, I want to tell you guys something. If you need a palate cleanse from the Adelsons this week, please do yourselves a favor and go over to TikTok or YouTube and look for the Minnesota State Fair llama contest. This is the llama dress-up contest. And alpacas are allowed too. They don't discriminate. Oh my God, it's hilarious. I'm just telling you. It'll make your night.
Really cute.
Mm-hmm. And people go
Also,
all out.
I heard Cardi B's testimony in her lawsuit is also pretty hilarious. I
Yes.
haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to go watch it this weekend.
Oh, she is authentically Cardi B. Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
I can't wait. Because, I mean, I've seen her, like, interviewed on interview shows and stuff, and she is hilarious.
Uh-huh. And says exactly
So-
what she wants to say, and that's what she did
Oh
in
my
court
God.
today. Yep.
Good. That's funny. I want to see that.
Yeah.
But,
We'll probably share
saw
some
the
clips of
llama
it later on,
costume
but
contest.
yeah. One of the hardest parts for us of trial coverage is everything else that's happening that we want to talk about that we simply don't have time for.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would definitely be airing some of the Cardi B stuff if we had time right now, but we don't, so it's okay.
We'll talk about it later.
For sure. Patrons, we'll have new Patreons by the end of Sunday. That's the end of the month, so you can watch for that. Super Chat is on. You can also tip us over at truecrimesquad.com. If you go there, you can get to our Buy Me a Coffee. That's another great way to connect. Tips are always appreciated, but certainly not required in any way. But we do appreciate the support because, as you know, because some of you guys have been with us all day, every day this week, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is quite a lot. Also, some of you probably know that over on Spotify, we have our main podcast, This Pod, and then we have our Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell, The Real Story, which is just all of our Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell content in one podcast. And that podcast hit 1 million downloads today. So
Yeah.
congrats to us.
Yeah, very cool. That was exciting to see. People
know,
are
it's
still
awesome.
devouring that case. Still.
Well, yeah, some people are starting from the very beginning. And, I know there's a couple of 100 episodes over there.
Yeah.
Because we went through every single trial. Y'all know, many of you were
Yeah.
with us with all of it. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
it's really nice to meet you. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Jeff asked our names. I'm Kristi. My sister's
Oh,
Katie.
I'm Katie. Yeah. Well, nice to have you guys here. And please have a good weekend. Go take good care of yourselves. It's a 3-day weekend for a lot of us. So, yeah, enjoy
No
it.
court on Monday.
No court on Monday. I know. I'm glad to have 3 days off.
I
Really
agree,
glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
celebrate
good.
with a bonsai tree, says Betty. Right. Now that I know what that means.
Correct.
Remember, I'm a naive ex-Mormon. I don't always know the slang.
You didn't catch that one at all. I didn't either, actually, to be
I
fair.
didn't.
I didn't catch on.
Although I was very confused about why the bonsai tree was stinky. And now I'm like, oh, duh. Duh. Yeah.
It wasn't full of mites or anything. This is different.
Right.
All righty, guys. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.